Long before superheroes filled the screen, one genius girl showed us what real strength looks like. Matilda made us believe that anything and everything is possible. And 30 years later, where are the cast who brought this magical film to life? Introducing Mara Wilson as Matilda Wormwood, a tiny girl with brains that seemed gifted by the gods themselves. Matilda loved books more than candy, more than TV, more than almost anything. She was reading full novels at 3, doing huge sums in her head at 5, and talking like a tiny adult at just 18 months. Some say she was such a genius, she even stretched her brain capacity and unlocked telekinesis, solving things with her mind like magic. But what made her amazing wasn't just smarts, it was her heart. She used her genius to help friends, fix problems, and quietly outsmart the grown-ups who didn't understand her. Off-screen, Mara Wilson was one of the most famous child stars of the 90s. During filming, she went through a very sad moment, losing her mother, which changed how she felt about fame and acting. As she grew older, she stepped away from Hollywood pressure and focused on writing, theater, and speaking honestly about growing up in the spotlight. Let's talk about Danny DeVito as Harry Wormwood, the loud, sneaky dad who thought he knew everything, but actually knew very little. Harry was all fast talk and fake confidence, always chasing money and shortcuts. He bragged a lot, lied a lot, and never understood how brilliant his daughter really was. But his over-the-top attitude made kids laugh because he felt like a cartoon grown-up who refused to grow up. Behind the silly suits and wild temper was a man scared of anything smarter than him. In real life, Danny DeVito is one of Hollywood's most loved actors and directors. He struggled early in his career before becoming famous on Taxi, 1978. Proving success doesn't happen overnight. Over the years, he built a long career in comedy and film production. Today, he's still acting, still funny, and still working hard, showing that being unique and staying true to yourself can keep your career strong for decades. Say hello to Rhea Perlman as Zinnia Wormwood, the bingo-loving mom who cared more about TV and games than parenting. Zinnia was flashy, sarcastic, and always chasing fun instead of responsibility. She laughed loudly, ignored problems, and acted more like a teenager than a mother. Kids watching could instantly tell she didn't understand Matilda at all, which made Miss Honey feel even more special. But Zinnia Wormwood's over-the-top personality brought humor to the chaos, making audiences laugh even when she was being ridiculous. Off-screen, Rhea Perlman was already famous from the hit show Cheers 1982. Known for her quick jokes and strong comedic timing, she continued acting in movies, voice work, and television long after Matilda. While her personal life sometimes made headlines, she stayed focused on her career and creativity. Today, she still works steadily, proving that comedy legends don't fade away. They simply keep entertaining new generations with the same bold energy. Stepping into the spotlight is Pam Ferris as Miss Agatha Trunchbull, the terrifying headmistress of Cruncham Hall Elementary School, who stomped through school like a thunderstorm. Miss Trunchbull hated laughter, feared imagination, and believed kids should be controlled, not understood. She threw students, shouted orders, and turned classrooms into places of fear. Yet her exaggerated anger made her unforgettable, the kind of villain kids love to boo at the screen. Beneath all that shouting was a character built on power and control, someone who never learned kindness herself. In real life, Pam Ferris is nothing like Miss Trunchbull. She's a respected British actress with years of stage and television work behind her. Known for strong authority roles, she embraced characters that required bold physical acting and powerful presence. Instead of chasing celebrity drama, she focused on consistent acting and storytelling. Today, she remains admired for her talent and dedication, proving even the scariest movie villains can come from warm, hardworking performers. Give it up for Embeth Davidtz as Miss Jennifer Honey, the soft-spoken teacher from Cruncham Hall Elementary, who believed every child deserved safety and love. Miss Honey was gentle, patient and quietly brave. She listened when others shouted and protected children when adults failed them. She showed that kindness could be stronger than fear. Kids watching felt comforted by her calm voice and warm smile, especially when she stood up for Matilda, despite her own fears. Her character carried sadness, but never lost compassion, which made her deeply relatable. Outside the film, Embeth Davidtz built a steady acting career in both movies and television, often playing thoughtful and caring characters. She also moved into directing and storytelling behind the scenes. Rather than chasing constant fame, she chose meaningful roles and a balanced family life. Today, she continues working creatively, respected for her intelligence and grace. Fans still remember her as one of the most comforting teachers ever seen in a family movie. Sliding into the story is Kiami Davael as Lavender, Matilda's loyal best friend. With a playful spirit and fearless heart, Lavender was funny, bold, and always ready to stand beside her friends, even when things got scary. She wasn't afraid of rules when they felt unfair, and her little acts of mischief added humor and courage to the classroom. Kids loved her because she felt like the friend everyone wished they had, supportive, honest, and never boring. She helped Matilda feel less alone in a school filled with fear. After Matilda movie, Kiami Davael explored acting for a short time before choosing a quieter path, focused on education, music, and personal creativity. Rather than chasing non-stop Hollywood fame, she built a life centered on passion and self-growth. Today, she still connects with fans who remember her role fondly, proving that even smaller characters can leave huge impressions on audiences who grew up loving this magical childhood film. Give it up for Jimmy Karz as Bruce Bogtrotter, the nervous kid who faced the world's biggest chocolate cake with bravery nobody expected. Bruce Bogtrotter started out shy and embarrassed, but as the scene went on, he turned into a quiet hero, cheered on by every student watching. His determination showed kids that even the most uncomfortable moments can become victories when people stand behind you. That unforgettable scene became one of the funniest and most iconic moments in the entire movie. After Matilda, Jimmy Karz continued acting for a while before choosing a completely different path. He focused on school, higher education, and eventually built a career in the medical field, far away from Hollywood cameras. His journey shows that success isn't only about staying famous. Sometimes it's about finding purpose and helping others. Fans still celebrate his legendary cake scene, proving that one powerful moment can last forever. Rolling in next is Brian Levinson as Michael Wormwood, Matilda's goofy older brother, who loved television more than thinking for himself. Michael followed whatever his parents said without questioning anything. He laughed at silly commercials, ignored schoolwork, and stayed glued to the couch like it was his best friend. He wasn't mean, just clueless and easily influenced. His lazy attitude made him funny, but also showed how different he was from Matilda's curious mind. Kids watching could recognize that one sibling who never wanted to try harder. After Matilda film, Brian Levinson didn't chase a big Hollywood career. As he grew older, he stepped away from acting and focused on building a life outside the entertainment industry. Choosing privacy over fame, he followed his own path and stayed mostly out of the public spotlight. Today, fans still remember his funny role in a beloved childhood film, showing that not every young actor wants lifelong celebrity, and that's perfectly okay. Coming your way is Jacqueline Steiger as Amanda Thripp, the sweet little girl with long pigtails, who faced one of the scariest moments in the whole movie. Amanda Thripp was innocent, shy, and simply trying to exist in a harsh school ruled by fear. Her shocking scene showed how unfair adults could be when power goes unchecked, making viewers instantly root for her safety. Even with limited screen time, her character stayed unforgettable because every child understood her vulnerability. Off-screen, Jacqueline Steiger continued acting for several years before slowly stepping away from mainstream Hollywood. Instead of chasing constant fame, she explored different interests and creative pursuits outside the spotlight. Like many former child actors, she chose a more private life, focused on personal growth. Today, she occasionally reconnects with fans during reunions, celebrating the film's legacy. Her role proves that even brief appearances can create lifelong memories for audiences who grew up watching Matilda again and again. Jumping right in is Kira Spencer Hesser as Hortensia, the tough, sarcastic student who warned newcomers about the scary secrets of Cruncham Hall. Hortensia talked big, acted fearless, and knew exactly how dangerous the school could be. She wasn't cruel, just shaped by surviving in a strict environment where kids had to protect each other. Her spooky stories added humor and a little chill, making younger viewers both nervous and entertained at the same time. Hortensia felt like that older kid who tells you the rules before you learn them the hard way. After appearing in Matilda 1996, Kira Spencer stepped away from acting while still young and chose a quieter life outside the Hollywood spotlight. She focused on education, family, and personal goals rather than continuing in entertainment. Today, she remains part of a beloved childhood classic, remembered by fans for bringing edge, humor, and unforgettable personality to one of the film's most memorable students. And that closes the chapter on Matilda 1996. From chocolate cake to magical telekinesis, this little girl taught us courage, kindness, and the joy of standing up for yourself. This was Matilda Cast 1996. Where Are They Now? 2026. Until the story continues, treasure the memories, celebrate the magic, and revisit the moments that made Cruncham Hall Elementary unforgettable.